Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from the UT Racquetball Club for hosting this event in Austin, Texas. I am Fabio Soto for the IRT, and with me at the booth, the lovely Karen Grizz. Karen, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Fabio?
Very, very well. Thank you. Happy to be here in Austin, ready to get this match started between Sebastian Franco and Javier Estrada. Of course, Sebastian Franco, Colombian national, versus Javier Estrada from Chihuahua, Mexico. I got to say, Karen, I'm excited about this one because it's an interesting matchup between these two gentlemen. Of course, Sebastian Franco, a former Tier 1 champion, and Javier Estrada, one of the best upcoming players from Mexico. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm excited about it too. The two players have not played together yet against each other, so I think it'll be interesting as they try to learn each other's games and figure out a strategy. And he broke a string on the first play of the game.
That's Javier Estrada for you. So, again, I want to remind everybody, if it's an equipment timeout, players have 30 seconds to change their rackets. They have to show the referee that the string is broken, and they have to switch it up within 30 seconds. So, Javier Estrada is up 1-0 on the headpan scoreboard. And like you said, Karen, they haven't faced each other. So, it's very interesting to see because Javier Estrada, he's a tall guy.
He is.
He has good reach. Right there, point number 2 for Javier Estrada. He has good reach. He's one of the most agile players on court that I've seen lately in Mexico play. So it's one of those things where you have to keep in mind that when these professional players, they see some game film and they study their opponents. But when there's no such thing, then you got to be prepared for the inevitable.
And we get the first dive of the match right there. Not only is he tall, obviously he likes to throw his body around the court. He dove 2 times in that one point. So with that height and with that ability, he's going to get to a lot of balls. So Sebastian's going to have to think about his shots carefully.
And now Franco trying to get on the board here. 0 serving 2 on the headpan scoreboard.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us here in the lovely Austin, Texas.
I want to say hi to everybody at the booth and everybody watching in the box. Hello to Manuel Moncada, watching us from Tijuana, Mexico. I want to say hi to him.
Very cool. On the court next to us, we have Thomas Carter playing Eduardo Garay, so we'll get you updates on that throughout this match as well. And there is another match going on over at the other club. We have 2 facilities here, and I can share that with you when I can find my list here. Over there, we have Mario Mercado playing Alejandro Almada from Austin, Texas, over at the other club. So a lot of action going on here, in addition to the full amateur tournament is in full swing as well.
This UT Racquetball Club is a great facility, Karen, and we want to thank the UT Racquetball staff. Short serve right there by Sebastian Franco.
Yeah, the facility here is beautiful. I think they have 10 courts. They have 6 along this wall that we're sitting at, and there's more down the hallway as well. So there's a lot of courts for the amateurs and the pros alike. And this court here, as you can see, is a sidewall glass after a big skip with Sebastian there. So great viewing for all of the amateurs wanting to watch the pros play. So that's a great feature to have. Short serve.
Nice try there by Javier Estrada, looking for that crack in the sidewall.
Yep. And just to give you some stats, Sebastian Franco is seeded number 10 here. He's ranked 12 overall on the tour, and Javier Estrada is seeded number 26, I believe, or he's ranked number 26. Let me see his seed. Number 23 here at this tournament.
It's a skip shot right there. So 3 serving 2 in the headpan scoreboard. Franco up top for the first time.
And if you're just joining us, this is in the round of 32s here in the IRT Pro Division. We'll stream another match after this at about 3 o'clock or whenever this one finishes. And then we have the round of 16s tonight at 7:30. So be sure to tune in later as well, 7:30 and 8:30, for a couple more matches tonight in the round of 16s.
So 3-3. Javier Estrada tying it up. So we want to remind everybody, Karen, that we have some exciting back-to-back racquetball tournaments. So next week we will be in Sioux Falls, and the week after, Wisconsin. So
Yes.
It's exciting stuff. We're going to have 3 professional events in a row.
Yes, it's very exciting. It gives the players a lot to do in the winter, which is awesome. And luckily we play racquetball indoors because from what I hear, Sioux Falls is very cold right now.
I heard it's really cold.
In the minus degrees. But it's a great tournament. I mean, that tournament has been going on forever.
I think it's the 42nd year, if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
Which is it's amazing. I think it's the longest running tournament in the country. I've heard, and it's just amazing. And they're such a big supporters of the IRT, and the players always love it there. So they're looking forward to going back.
Sebastian Franco to the serve. He's in the lead again, 4-3 in the headpan scoreboard. And right there, Sebastian Franco, he is a risk taker. He's not the first time he's taken the shot in the game, hasn't worked. Some low percentage shots right there. He doesn't want to get too comfortable. See, one of the things you got to know, Karen, is I've seen Javier Estrada play over the years in Mexico, and he's one of those players that if you underestimate him, he will take you.
Yeah.
And I've seen him beat some of the best players out there in Mexico just because they didn't show him the respect that he deserved.
That's a nice backhand shot right there. Roll out.
So 4-4 right now on the headpan scoreboard. I remember Javier Estrada, one of his signature wins that he's had in Mexico. He defeated Álvaro Beltrán in a Mexican national tournament. This was a couple years back, I think. And, we never expected that one, to be honest.
Yep.
It's a skip shot right there by Franco.
Yeah, and he's hit 2 like that on the forehand as well as the 2 on the backhand that he had. So I think he just needs to settle down a little bit. I think he's a little jumpy.
Does seem that way.
Short serve. That's a nice forehand. He showed good patience there. He waited till the ball was nice and low. He just needs to do more of that, I think.
Of course, Javier Estrada, one of these many Mexican athletes that will go and try out for the national team next month when we have Mexican nationals. So
Excellent.
these guys are getting ready. They're getting 3 tournaments in a row. And I talked to Javier Estrada before the beginning of the tournament, and he did tell me that he was going to participate in all the next 3 tournaments.
Great, that's wonderful. That's what we want to see. Sometimes the traveling, obviously is a lot for the players, but the IRT wants to give them the opportunity to play, as many tournaments as we can, so that they can stay sharp and do what they love, which is come and compete against each other. So it is very exciting to have those.
So 5-4 here on the headpan scoreboard. Wow, what power by Estrada. I mean, kind of intimidating. You know, it's interesting because he works out in the same club as Alan Natera, Ernesto Ochoa, all those guys. If you go sparring, you know, in that particular afternoon at their club, you got all these great players in one court. You figure they're doing a tournament or something. No, it's just their home club. That's where they train.
Right. Yes, I've seen some videos and pictures of them all, you know, playing against each other, you know, doubles, singles, whatever. And I mean, it's great for their games because it helps all of them raise their game up if they have the opportunity to do that.
And when they feel that they need to trade up partners or trade up, you know, playing, they just call Javier Mar, Rodrigo Montoya, Jaime Martel, and they, hey guys, you're free this afternoon? Let's go play.
Exactly. That's a nice splat by Sebastian right there. Short serve by Sebastian. It's a good pass. Oh, somebody clapped in the crowd. I like it. Our referee for the match today is Set Cubillos. Thank you for asking. Javier is back in the box here, serving. Javier ducked for that one and almost didn't duck enough. He's so tall. That's a nice forehand right there. Nobody's gotten a point in a while. We've been at the same score there, although Javier just got that one, but that was the first one we had in a few rounds. We were kind of going around back and forth. We're going to get a replay there for Sebastian.
There we go. Point there for Estrada.
So the IRT has our the losers from the previous round ref the matches going forward until we get to the quarterfinals, when we have our professional ref Scott McClellan reffing the matches, or semifinals, I guess. So Set Cubillos lost to Alan Natera earlier this morning.
Sebastian Franco right there, not taking the smart shot. Went too high, too risk. So 7-7 on the head pen scoreboard. You know, going in on this match, Karen, you know, I talked to some of the people here around, and right now Estrada takes the lead now, 8-7. So I told him, you know, obviously Sebastian Franco, more experienced, higher seed, but I told him, listen, if he lets his guard down, you know, Estrada has a good chance of taking this match, so it's really up to him. I think Sebastian Franco has to show not only dominance, but also he has to be very resilient.
They're having an amazing battle right here. Oh!
There you go.
Sebastian was trying so hard to place the ball exactly where he wanted to go, and just Javier's height and speed was letting him get to everything. And finally, Sebastian wins it on a bad bounce crack out. But amazing gets by Javier. There's one or two close ones in there. Sebastian was kind of raising his hand a little bit, but the ref called them good, and I think they were good. You know, those were good calls, and But I think you're right. I think there's a little bit of the unknown here. Like I said, they've never played before. Javier hasn't played on the tour, nearly as much, and so he is that unknown factor.
He is, but like I said, he told me that he was going to play these next 3 tournaments.
Yep.
He's, of course, one of the Reaching Your Dream Foundation recipients.
Mm-hmm.
So that obviously helps a lot. We want to thank them, Mr. Mike Lippett, for giving these young gentlemen the opportunity to compete.
That's a nice backhand down the line by Sebastian. I feel like he's settled down now. He's being very deliberate about the shots he's taking. He's making better shot selections than he was a little while ago. That's a good return of serve right there.
And you got to keep in mind, the last Pro Tour stop that we had was about 5 weeks ago back in Portland, Oregon.
Yep.
So they've been on a little break here. And by the way, speaking of breaks, we want to wish well to Mr. Rocky Carson, who's getting recuperated still from his knee surgery. We want to wish him very, very well, and we hope to see him soon.
Yes.
We might see him in Sioux Falls.
Yes, I hope so. I think, he was trying to get here, but, he has to let his body heal first, and was unable to do that, so hopefully we will see him soon.
So 9-8 in the headpen scoreboard. Javier Estrada to the serve. That's an ace.
It's a good serve.
See, the further this goes, the more confident Javier Estrada gets and goes. I mean, I really wish after these 3 next pro stops, more of these top-seeded players, have a little bit more court knowledge of Javier Estrada.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
no.
And just as I was saying that.
Yeah, you don't see that too often, but, I think he looked and saw where Sebastian was, and he was trying to, I think he might have changed his mind on what he was going to hit at the last minute. And ended up hitting himself.
So 8 serving 10.
We'll give a shout out to Solly for hosting us here in Austin, Texas. This tournament's amazing. We had a really fun sponsor doubles yesterday and a nice sponsor party and a player party last night. This tournament is huge. We've got hundreds and hundreds of entrants, and people have to fight to get into it, or at least go through a lottery process to get into the tournament. And the IRT is really very, very happy to be a part of this tournament for the first time. Javier changes it up and goes for a lob serve. And then we have another lob defensive shot. Oh, that's a great diving get by Javier. He dove for that. Dove pinch. So we have 11 serves, 8. And we get Sebastian diving.
Oh, Javier. Mistake right there by Sebastian Franco.
Yeah, I think Javier got excited.
And we have a timeout called on the court by Sebastian Franco, and we will take a short break ourselves here on IRT Live.
I think one of the biggest things about Gearbox is just the quality and the reliability of their product. I know that no matter what I do, whatever product I choose, whatever racket I choose, I'm going to like it no matter what. It's something that's very comforting as a player to have a very consistent product in your hand every single practice session, match, after match. It's just really nice to have. My name is Bobby Horn. Don't make a mistake. Get yourself an M40 right now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. We want to thank the UT Racquetball Club for hosting this event in Austin, Texas. So, Karen, timeout there asked by Sebastian Franco. He's trailing right now. Javier Estrada leading 12-8. What are your thoughts on that timeout?
I think it was the right time to do it. Anytime you're getting a little later in the game and you lose a couple points, it's a good time to just take a breather, let Estrada think about it a little bit, let him think about what he's going to serve, maybe get him to make a mistake, and it worked out for him because now he's back in the service box. To give you an update on the other match, we have Thomas Carter and Eduardo Garay playing, and it's in the first game, and I was told it was 13-13. So they are having a battle over there.
That's an interesting match there. 8:30. Thomas Carter and Eduardo Garay. Of course, we saw Eduardo Garay earlier in this court defeat Eddie Cuevas.
Yep. Okay, I was over at the other club playing, so I didn't get a chance to see that. But I do like watching Garay play. I like his style of game, and I think he's doing really well, I think. So it doesn't surprise me that they have a battle over there.
So 9 serving 12. So it was a good timeout for Franco. Came out back and capitalized on it.
Exactly.
He's in the box again.
He got back in the box. He got a point. So. And I mean, obviously, you can never count him out. He's a veteran on the tour. Being down 3, 4, 5 points doesn't really phase most of these guys. But I think he's, mentally, I think he's very tough. As I say that, he skipped it. Oh. All right, so we have Javier Estrada back in the box, serving 12-9, and he has an ace. And we get a little pump up from him. We get a little expression, a little shout out. Oh. So we have 13-9. He goes for that same serve on the forehand again. That time it doesn't work. Sebastian blasts it back in a wide angle pass. So we have 9 serving 13. Thank you all for joining us on Facebook and YouTube, and post your comments, post your questions. I'm trying to read them as we go. But we appreciate you watching. We're hoping you're enjoying this. We will have another match after this, another round of 32 match. I'm not sure which one we're going to put on yet, but as soon as I know, we'll know. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We're going to have Carlos Keller and Javier Mar. I was just informed. So that should be another great matchup. So we'll hope you stick around for that. Javier Mar is another big, tall guy as well. But I like watching him play, and that should be a good matchup too as well. And Carlos Keller, really, really solid player. So that one should be a really good match as well. And that'll be right after this one. It's scheduled for 3 o'clock, 3:05 Texas time.
So Central Standard Time for everybody, just so you know.
I'm from the East Coast. I just know it's an hour different from the East Coast.
Yeah. So you got to remember, everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything is bigger than Texas, that's for sure.
So we got 11 serving 13 now. Sebastian Franco's getting into it again.
Sebastian goes for a wide angle serve. Oh, and he had the opportunity with a big wide open court and skipped it. Somebody in the chat box is asking if Estrada is foot faulting. I'm going to take a look here. I hadn't been watching, but let's take a look. Obviously, the ref hasn't called it.
We want to thank everybody watching at the box. Please like our posts, share our feed. Help us make racquetball available for everybody worldwide to watch.
Nice shot.
What a great shot. Wait.
Oh.
It was a skip shot there.
Oh, they called it a skip. I think Sebastian not only skipped it, but he also did kind of fling his foot over, which I think means he was looking at the foot fault as well, or the potential foot fault.
So Javier Estrada with his first game point.
All right, let's see what he does with the serve here. If he goes down that forehand side again. Nope. He goes to the backhand short.
Talk about power. Javier Estrada again with a game point.
He goes for a half lob.
Ooh, not a good call there.
And Sebastian manages to put that one away.
Listen, that was a lazy shot there by Javier Estrada. He had so many options to go for.
All right, so Sebastian has a chance to get a few more points here. It's 11-14. He goes for...
Great shot down the line for Estrada. Not enough from Franco to put a racket on it.
Yep.
And again, once more, Javier Estrada with game point right here. Can't really say I'm surprised, Karen.
No, I mean, I think at the beginning of this, we said we thought it was going to be a battle. We thought it was going to be a good game, and that's exactly what we're getting. There's still a lot of racquetball to be played in this match, and now that whatever happens in this game, Sebastian is a very smart player, and he, even if he's losing points, whatever, he's learning, he's thinking about it, he's trying to get the full handle on Javier's game. So. Oh, another bounce. Like, that's the second time he got that bad bounce off of that corner wall on the right side there. So he staves off another match point, or a game point, sorry. First game, 11-14.
That's a skip right there and a point for Franco.
I think Javier is saying it was a little bit of a screen, which actually I don't disagree with him. It seemed like it was pretty close to Sebastian, but it's 12-14. And he goes for the jam serve there.
So 13 serving 14. Wow, we're getting our money's worth here, Karen.
We are getting our money's worth. And like I said, you can never count Sebastian out. He calls a timeout. Javier does.
Very wise timeout there by Javier Estrada. And we will take a very short, quick break here on IRT Live.
Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets. I guarantee you they'll be the most comfortable sheets you'll ever own.
With the Giza Dream Sheets, I'm getting the best sleep of my life.
I do not like my sheets. I love my Giza Dream Sheets.
I guarantee you the first night you sleep on my sheets, you'll never want to sleep on anything else.
Go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen right now. Giza Dreams are made with the finest, most sought-after cotton in the world.
And we're back live here, ladies and gentlemen. Sebastian Franco serving 13-14.
The referee's calling that shot good. Javier does not like it. It was very close, but I think I would have called it good as well. I think that was a good call. People may disagree with me in the box, but we have 14-14.
14-14. Game point now for Mr. Sebastian Franco.
Yep, I did get an update from the court next door. Eduardo Garay won the first game over Thomas Carter. So it must have been either 15-14 or 15-13. And a nice down-the-line pass by Javier. So now he will serve for the game. Hi, Todd Boss. Thank you for joining us. Also say hi to Charlie Pratt and Kelly Diesel. Thank you for watching today. This is Karen Grizz. I'm here with Fabio Soto in the lovely Austin, Texas.
At the UT Racquetball Club. Want to say hi. Yeah, Charlie Pratt, Kelly Diesel. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. We miss you, Charlie. Hope to see you next tournament.
Sebastian had to hit a big defensive shot there, and Javier skips the backhand.
Wow.
He had the opportunity. He set himself up the way he wanted to. He hit that forehand, the serve down the forehand line again. It was a good serve. Sebastian couldn't do much with it, and he got the opportunity and just couldn't put it away. That's a short serve. Second serve. Opportunity to win the first game here.
Both players have been signaling the referee to watch for the dotted line here, the encroachment line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
Sebastian
another missed
skips.
opportunity. Wow. Both of these players have been swinging and missing for that game point, both of them.
Sebastian has a wry smile on his face. He knew he had the opportunity on his racket. He wanted that one.
Javier Estrada for the game. And there it is.
Yep.
Javier Estrada takes game number 1 in a very exciting 15-14 scoreboard. Karen, your thoughts?
I think that was amazing. They were both playing well. They both went for some big shots. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But I think they're both aggressive players, and I think they wanna make the points instead of letting the other person miss. They want to make the points, so they're going for a lot. But it was very exciting, and I think the second one could go either way.
All right. Well, we will be back shortly with the players again in game number 2 here on IRT Live.
My name is Sebastian Fernandez. I'm 18 and I'm from Mexico. Before being part of the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, I dreamt of being in the top 50, and now I'm in the top 22, and that is because Reaching Your Dream Foundation has helped me cover my expenses for traveling and hospitality, which helps me focus on my game and allows me to travel to more tournaments that I couldn't do it by myself.
It's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop whatever they're doing, their jobs, or to go watch you play, that makes you feel good and makes you want to try it hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Álvaro Beltrán. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
And we're back live, ladies and gentlemen, here from the UT Racquetball Club in beautiful Austin, Texas. I am Fabio Soto for the IR team. With me at the booth today is Karen Grizz. Karen, how are you again?
I am doing well. I'm very excited about this match. I think that was a really good first game for both players. Sebastian got off to a little bit of a slow start and then settled down, and then they just battled back and forth. So I just think we should expect another battle here.
It's a good thing because it's a learning experience for Javier Estrada, but Sebastian Franco has to put his foot on the gas right now. This is an opportunity for, Franco. I've always said, listen, Karen, it's one of those things where, you're a true champion if you come from behind and win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Sebastian Franco, he's been at the top of the heap. I remember him winning a pro stop a couple years back, and you know what? He made a name for himself right there. He's been successful with the Colombian national team for a number of years, but that was he truly made a great statement, and a true champion is coming from behind and still winning it. So that's one of the things that we need to, see of him, as right now both of these guys starting to enter the court.
Yep, and I agree. I think he'll come out strong here. He had a wry smile on his face when at 14-14 when he skipped that backhand. I feel like he feels like he can do this. He has the confidence to do it, and he just needs to execute a few more points. So I think we'll have another battle this game. The winner of this match plays Daniel De La Rosa tonight at 7:35. So they have that to look forward to. Daniel is the number 7 seed here. All right, so we have Sebastian Franco serving at the start of game 2, 0-0. And I thought that serve was short, but maybe that could be me. I'm not wearing my glasses right now, and we're a little far distance away.
So Sebastian Franco to the serve. Short.
I believe he got that first point, unless I missed something. It should be 1-0, I believe. Because this is the second time serving. And he just double faulted. A rare occurrence. So Javier serving for the first time in this game, 0-1.
Good pick up there by Javier. Wow.
Nice pass.
Good wide angle pass right there by Sebastian Franco.
Somebody asked in the chat room what happened to the sponsorship banners. Here at the UT Racquetball Club, we were they do not allow court stickers on the courts, right? So we don't have them up there. But our sponsors are still here, alive and well. Head, Gearbox, our whole list. You will hear a ton about all of them throughout this weekend.
We want to say hi to JP Edwards, who's listening to us in the chat box. JP, we miss you. Hope to see you soon, my friend.
Yep. There's so many sponsors, both nationally and locally, for this tournament. We want to thank all of them. You will, throughout our broadcasts this evening and the rest of the weekend, hear about all of them. That's a skip by Javier. That's a good pinch by Sebastian there. He tried the down the line. Javier was right there. He changed it up and went for the pinch.
You know what? Sebastian Franco is just taking control and charge of this match right now.
That's a nice shot.
Right there, down the line. Perfect execution by Franco.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we were talking about in between the games. Sebastian is very mentally tough. He was so close to winning that first game. So if you're just joining us, we're here at the lovely Longhorn Open.
It's a long-running tournament, Karen.
It is a long-running tournament. It's a very, very large tournament. I'm not sure the number of entries, but I think it's about 350, something like that.
It's close to 400,
Almost
yes.
400.
Close to
so
400.
It is one of the, one of the biggest tournaments that the country has was after the U.S. Open, if not the biggest after the U.S. Open, maybe national doubles, or national singles, things like that. But I mean, besides a couple national tournaments,
I was told by the tournament director that this is the second biggest draw after
the U.S. Open.
After the U.S. Open.
Yeah. Okay.
And it is my understanding that there is a limited number, and there are a lot more people that are submitted for entry. But they do a
lottery.
They do a lottery
Yeah,
to
they
see
do a
if
lottery.
you can get in.
Yep.
Which is crazy, Karen.
It is. It's amazing. And we have 2 clubs here. This club has about 10 courts. The other club has 9.
Wow, what a great play by Javier Estrada.
That was an amazing get. And you know what I like about him when he's diving or seemingly on the defense, he's still hitting an offensive shot back. There's not a lot of defense in him as far as like a defensive shot that sets him up for something else. He just goes for short serve there, but he just goes for, I'm going to be diving, I might as well kill it while I'm down on the ground.
Ooh. Oh, a replay called by the referee right there. Javier Estrada went fishing.
Yep.
He didn't catch anything. He went
was
fishing.
trying.
He was trying to catch something. He didn't catch anything.
He had the pose. He was
He did.
trying. Second serve. I'll say hi to my husband, Mike Grizz. He just joined. He's over at the other club.
There you go.
Watching he must have been finished playing. He was playing this afternoon.
He's just checking in to see if you're actually here, Karen.
Yeah.
That's all he's doing. And I don't blame Mike.
Making sure.
I don't blame Mike. I don't blame Mike.
Yep. No. Well, he was playing with Rick Betts in their doubles, so I hope they won. And he's also overseeing the pro matches that are going on over at that other club. So we have a few of them over there as well.
Wow.
That was a great shot by Sebastian. I think he put all of his power behind that one. That was a hard hit
You
ball.
have to put all your power behind it because you got a guy that's over 6 feet trying to catch the ball with a great reach. So you got to put it a mile away from him.
You do. Which keeps the pressure on him. I mean, that's why I think Javier is having success here, because if you know that he's going to reach it, you know he's going to get there, then you feel like every shot has to be perfect. And that's a hard thing to do. And there's a forehand skip by Sebastian. Javier is back in the box serving.
That's a
They're gonna
replay right
replay.
there, called by the referee.
Yep.
So the interesting thing, Karen, that people don't see right now is that we have a radar gun outside the court.
You know, I've been looking at it, and I'm trying to determine how it's aiming, because sometimes they're hitting it really, really hard, and it says 43 miles an hour, and I know they're hitting it harder than that. So I think the angle, just have to hit it at the exact right angle.
When we get a good measurement, it's when they're doing the serve.
Yeah.
Like right now, Franco.
It's a good return by Javier. I think you need a down the line serve to show it accurately. But yeah, I've been looking over at it, and it's kind of funny. They wail on the ball, and it says 36 miles an hour, and I said, "There's something wrong with that one."
There's something wrong.
You have to get the right angle. They have to hit it from the exact spot, I think. We have Mike Martinez in the box joining us. Thank you for watching.
And so Mike Martinez, hello from your friends here at the Longhorn Open. Of course, Mike Martinez is tuning in to watch Javier Estrada play, one of his sponsored players.
Yep. They're going to do a replay there.
So 5 serving 4 in the headpen scoreboard. Javier Estrada leading game number 2 here. And you know what, Karen? It's been a real close match overall. Game 1 was almost getting out of the hands of Franco, but he came back to tie it up. And now Javier Estrada leading 6-4, game number 2. It's still a close match.
Yeah, it's a very close match, and on that last point, Javier made another amazing get. That long reach allowed him to just tap that ball into the front that Sebastian couldn't reach.
Of course, Javier Estrada, one of the group we like to call the Chihuahua Boys, along with Alan Natera, who's here, Javier Mar, who's also here.
Yeah, so somebody in the chat box is commenting on the white lines versus red, which we usually see red lines.
We usually do see red light. It just depends on the club where we're playing at. It's not, just so people know, that's a good question. It's not mandatory a color for the lines. You just have to have them on. But, of course, for visual purposes, you know, the darker the better, definitely.
Yeah. All right, so a unforced error by Sebastian there.
Wow.
That's a nice return. Makes up for the last one.
Power down the line. So 4 serving 6 on the headband scoreboard. The Colombian player right now trying to get back in this. And Javier, wow, what smoothness, right, Karen?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Sebastian left that one up just enough, and, you know, Javier took pace off of it. So that's a nice pass by Sebastian that even Javier couldn't reach.
So we're still at 4-6, game number 2 here. Both of these players have their timeouts.
Yep. Sebastian is going to go for.
They use their timeout respectively in game number 1. Wow, what confidence right there. That was a risky shot. There was a risky shot.
He took pace off of it and just kind of pushed it a little, but, you know, when if you're expecting them to hit it as hard as they can, then that's, like I said, it's a little bit risky, but it was effective in that case.
Of course, we want to remind everybody that after this match, we got a good one between Carlos Keller and Javier Mar. Is that correct, Karen?
That is. Yep, that'll be coming up, but actually it'll be as soon as this one is over because it's scheduled for 3:05, so we'll see. You know, this one, the outcome is still far from uncertain at this point, but either way, that one will be after this one.
So Javier Mar, one of the other Chihuahua boys, will play.
A nice backhand.
Will play Carlos Keller from Bolivia, and that is going to be a very, very good match, very important match for both of those guys. Of course, we have Carlos Keller is going to play this tour full time this year. That's what he told me this season. And Javier Mar, we don't have him full time, but we're also very glad to see him when he comes and participates.
Yes, definitely.
Wow.
And that's what I was talking about once again. You know, he's diving for the ball, and instead of just playing defense, a lot of people would just hit that to the ceiling to make sure they get it, and he just goes for the kill, goes for the pinch.
What a great dive there by Javier Estrada. Again, always a risk taker. Again, he's a tall guy. I mean, you don't want to leave anything to chance if you're playing Javier Estrada. Him and Alan Natera, they spar a lot. They've been playing doubles for a while.
Yep.
Back to the action right here. Javier Estrada to the serve. So 10 serving 4 now in the headpan scoreboard. Javier Estrada, he's zeroing in. He's got the pace. Might be a good time, Karen, if Javier Estrada scores a point for Sebastian Franco to take a timeout.
Yep.
He doesn't want to get him to get too far off of him.
And you called it.
And just as I called it, there's a timeout call by Sebastian Franco, who is down 4-11 in game number 2. And we will take a short break ourselves again here on IRT Live.
life. I mean, it's my passion. I love it. I've played it since I was little. For me, racquetball is all about people and competing and just trying to better yourself and being able to see some awesome places around the country as well as the people that live there. And Reach Your Dream Foundation has helped me and so many of the other pros, like just increasing our rankings and playing, giving us means that maybe wouldn't be able to actually make it to a tournament.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Game number 2 between Javier Estrada from Chihuahua, Mexico, and Sebastian Franco from Cali, Colombia. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I am Fabio Soto for the IRTU, and with me, Karen Grizz. So, Karen, your thoughts on that timeout?
So I think that was the right timeout. You called it. I think we need to see if Sebastian can stop the bleeding here. I mean, he started this game out with a string of points, and then it's been all Javier since then. I mean, obviously Javier is a great player, and he's been doing really well. I'm liking the mental toughness that I'm seeing from him here. He could have gotten, after winning the first game, he could have had a big, kind of a big letdown, and he did it first for the few 4 points, and then he reined it in. So I'm liking the mental toughness that we're seeing from him.
So in the box, we're being asked, when the radar does work, what speeds are they hitting? Well, we just saw a 109-mile-an-hour serve. We've been seeing, I saw a serve earlier about 131 miles an hour. So that's a lot.
That is, yeah. I was gonna say I saw 123 at one point, and yeah, so they're getting up there. But throughout the weekend, we'll be watching that and giving you some stats. That's just such a great forehand right there.
Splat shot there on the right side by Javier Estrada, getting that side out. He has the momentum. He has the shifting right now.
And I think he has the confidence. I mean, I think winning that first game 15-14, just really gave him confidence, saying I can do this. And that's another wicked forehand down the forehand side.
Down the line shot, point number 12 for Mr. Javier Estrada. You got to remember, athletes have only one timeout per game, and that was it for Sebastian Franco. So his only hope for another timeout is if Javier calls it. If not, Javier's in total control of the court.
Yep. And we have a little towel timeout here. Little shout out to Service Master, although we don't have the yellow towels yet.
No yellow towels yet, Karen.
No yellow towels yet.
Back to the action right now, ladies and gentlemen. Back live here from the UT Racquetball Club in Austin, Texas. Javier Estrada to the serve. Just looking
Short
for that
serve.
ace right there. Good try, though. Gotta say. Ooh.
Got a funny bounce sort of there off the ceiling ball. I think that was the slowest point we've seen the whole day.
That is
three
the
ceiling
slowest
balls in a row. 3 ceiling balls in a row.
That's it. Ooh, a skip ceiling shot there by Estrada. We haven't seen that so far.
No.
First time.
Oh, we've seen very few ceiling balls in general. Like I said, I think they're both aggressive players. They want to be on the offensive.
Wow, right there.
That
Good
ball
shot.
looked like it just flew off.
It seemed like, it seemed like a wet ball. That's what it seemed like.
Okay. All right. I'm glad it wasn't just me. I really did feel like it.
Oh, definitely.
Like okay.
I saw what you saw.
But Estrada's back in the box. 12-5. Short serve.
Not the best shot selection there by Estrada. He doesn't want to get too comfortable, Karen.
No, he doesn't. Sebastian can certainly come back. And he's just going to take it 1 point at a time. Short serve. Goes for the wide angle serve. That was a good serve in the corner.
Nice setup there, but Estrada's waiting for it.
No, that was a little too casual there.
Little chalant right there by Sebastian Franco. He doesn't want to get too comfortable himself. He's trying to get back in this, and he's still far away.
Yep. I got an update from the Thomas Carter Eduardo Garay match. It is 9-9 in game 2. Garay won the first game 15-14. So they are also having a battle over there. That's a nice shot by Sebastian. Good patience there. Let's talk about somebody else. I don't know what.
Estrada, left corner. Franco was there. Right place, right time.
All right, so he gets a point. First point in quite a while, so let's see if he can get a string of them together. Oh, that's a good get.
Great reaction right there.
Sebastian gives him the racket tap.
Listen, if you're at the right place at the right time.
Sebastian appreciated the effort there and the read of the play. We have a little towel timeout for the dive. But when that's over, Estrada will be back in the box at 12-6. He won the first game 15-14. Again, thank you for watching. And if you are watching, we do have another round of 32 match after this. It's going to be Javier Mar and Carlos Keller Vargas. And then later this evening, we will have the rounds of 16s. And that starts at 7:30 Central Time. Thank you, Fabio. 7:30 Central Time. And then there'll be another one at 8:30 Central Time.
Wow.
So we'll have back-to-backs.
What a great shot there by Javier Estrada.
Yep, so now we have 13 serving 6. And he is 2 points away from an upset, which, as you said in the beginning, maybe, you know, his ranking doesn't show it, but maybe it's not as much of an upset as people might think. They're going to call a screen serve there.
Oh. That's a side out.
They're calling it avoidable.
It's a
side
good
out.
I think it's a good call right there.
I think it was a good call as well.
So 6 serving 13 still. Game number 2.
Yep.
Sebastian Franco needs to put his foot on the gas right now.
He does. He's running out of real estate on the scoreboard. He goes for a half lob on the back forehand side.
And just like that, down the line, Sebastian Franco with point number 7. Trying to get back in this.
He goes for that same serve again.
Wow, right there's sidewall front wall.
It's that corner.
It's that it.
Sebastian had 2 lucky bounces on that corner. Javier gets a good bounce on that corner now too.
Call it karma, call it luck, whatever it is. It was a side out. Doesn't matter. How he got it, he got it. Now Javier Estrada again. 2 points away. Wow, what a fantastic shot on the right corner. And just like that, Javier Estrada has a match point. 14 serving 7. Is this it for Sebastian Franco? Let's wait and see. Javier Estrada for the match.
He called the screen serve. The second serve. That's a nice shot right there, and that's the match.
Match right there.
Javier Estrada.
Congratulations to Javier Estrada for winning this match versus Sebastian Franco with the numbers of 15-14, 15-7. A very compelling and signature win for Javier Estrada, I must say. Karen, your thoughts?
I agree. I mean, I think he was calm and collected the whole time. He I mean, he's obviously a very talented player, but he played smart, and he did not let Sebastian get back into that second game, even after a slow start. I think he showed a lot of, just good, solid racquetball sense, and it was great. And remember, coming up, we're going to have the next match, which is Javier Mar and Carlos Keller Vargas.
I think one of the biggest things about Gearbox is just the quality and the reliability of their product. I know that no matter what I do, whatever product I choose, whatever racket I choose, I'm gonna like it no matter what. It's something that's very comforting as a player to have a very consistent product in your hand every single practice session, match, after match. It's just really nice to have. My name is Bobby Horn. Don't make a mistake and get yourself an M40 right now.
I think he played well. I missed some of my shots too, but I think it's just more practice. I was lacking a little bit during the holidays. I went back to Colombia and stuff, so I knew I have to come play and my best, and I couldn't do it today, so that's the result there. But still happy to be back and playing.
Well, I mean, personally, I'm happy you're back and playing, too. We kind of missed you. You took a couple of tournaments off. That was going to be my next question. For the holidays, did your whole family go back to Colombia?
Yeah, so we spent all December back in Colombia with my wife and baby, so I didn't train that much as I wanted to, but it was a good time with family and stuff, so I'm happy to be back, too.
So we do expect to see you in Sioux Falls and Wisconsin upcoming, correct?
Yeah, that's the idea. Still adjusting a few things here and there, but hopefully full time again.
So, I mean, coming with a couple of tournaments coming up and, missing a few, obviously your ranking kind of fell. What do you think that you have to do to get yourself back into the top 8 where you've been for a really long time?
Yeah, well, I kind of like this, that I have to play more to get there. So it's good to start again. Obviously, I miss being in the top 8, but a lot of people did their tournaments, their good tournaments to be in the top 8. So I'm hoping to do the same this year.
Speaking of players, I mean, we have a ton of up-and-coming young players from all over South America, Colombia included. You guys got a lot of players here as well. Do you think that is going to push you to work even harder?
Yeah, I think the more players there is, the more motivated you get to play and to keep practicing and training a lot. So I think that's a good, how do you say, a good start for the season, a good start of the year, and just gotta keep playing hard and keep training the best I can.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with Fabio Soto and Javier Estrada right here on IRT Live. Thank you, Sebastian.
Javier Estrada, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas tardes. Aquí ahora sí que gracias por darnos un excelente partido. Una de las cosas que estábamos viendo era que nosotros teníamos que ver un excelente partido de tu parte para ganarle a Sebastián Franco y nos lo diste. Ganaste 15-14, 15-7. Ahora sí, ¿cómo te sentiste en el primer juego?
Sí, la verdad me sentí muy bien, jugando excelente. No podía cerrar, el primer set se me complicó, al final pude cerrar y en el segundo ya pues no fallé y metí las bolas y se dio el juego.
Bueno, y un cambio muy grande que tuviste en el segundo partido. Ahora sí que fue un poco diferente, fuiste más dominante en el segundo. ¿Cómo cambió tu mentalidad para el segundo juego? ¿Qué fue lo que tuviste?
Pues en realidad estaba viendo ahí mi profesor, el profe Moreno. Ahí me escribió un poco lo que tenía que hacer, atacar más la bola, más rectos, definir más, no dejar la bola tanto en juego, ¿no? Y ataqué y fue lo que hice y me salieron las cosas.
Bueno, una de las cosas que hablábamos es de que tienes un excelente alcance, eres obviamente un hombre alto, tienes un excelente alcance y hubo muchas jugadas que por tu defensiva ganaste los puntos. No fue tanto el tiro ofensivo, fue el tiro defensivo. Hubo unos clavados que te aventaste en la parte de enfrente que estuvieron fenomenales y agarraste ahora sí que a Sebastián Franco un poco descuidado, ¿no?
Sí, sí me acuerdo de esos puntos que me tiraba Splat y las alcanzaba muy bien. Sí, pues fue gracias al entrenamiento que tuvimos ahí en Chihuahua. Estuvimos entrenando mucho esta pretemporada, pues para ver qué podemos hacer ahora que estamos jugando más en el IRT y esperar a ver cómo me va en la tarde con Daniel.
Oye, y es lo que te iba a comentar, entonces vas a jugar, estás en este torneo y aparte de eso vas a jugar en Sioux Falls y en Wisconsin, ¿es correcto?
Sí, pues gracias a Dios ahora poder ir a los siguientes dos paradas del tour. Jamás había hecho esto en toda mi vida y esperemos tener la condición suficiente, ¿no? Para poder alcanzar los 3 torneos y jugar excelente todos.
Bueno, Javier, finalmente, ¿a quién le quieres agradecer que estás aquí? ¿A tus patrocinadores? ¿Algún familiar?
Pues primero a mis padres, ¿no? Que gracias a ellos estoy aquí, a mi mamá, a mi papá, a mi hermano que siempre me están viendo, a mi hermana que ahorita también me están viendo ahí en la televisión, a mis patrocinadores, Prokenex, Mike Martínez, a Ganagas, a Pueblo Viejo, a Takechi que anda por aquí y a todos los demás.
Bueno, Javier, felicidades nuevamente, éxito en tu siguiente partido para que te prepares y te dejamos ir para que vayas a descansar y gracias por darnos un excelente partido. And we want to thank everybody for watching and tuning in. We're going to have our next match coming up between Javier Mar and Carlos Keller. One of the Chihuahua boys are right here. So thank you, and we will be back shortly with the next match here on IRT Live.
What keeps me going in racquetball is my family, everybody who supports me, and just the feel of a win at the end of a tournament is what keeps me going. That's all I need. Winning is something you just can't explain to somebody unless they've felt it before. You know all the hard work has paid off, and you've tried so hard to get to that point, and you finally do it, and it's amazing. I'm Holly Scott, I play for Gearbox, and you should too.